Welcome back to an all new episode of Mondays Are a Mother. I'm your host, Kaylin. And if you're new here, I'm glad you found your way to the space. Now, we have video. Oh my gosh. I probably won't look at the camera because even though I'm not in person, I am still autistic. So I just assume to have the camera be the person in the room. So sorry, but not sorry. Anywho, I am excited to share with you guys. I've been getting so much more organized, so I'm gonna be looking away and looking down at my notes. My bad. Kind of weird, kind of annoying, but I'm going to do my best to keep up because this is something new. But today we're just going to be talking about consistency, time management, and accountability. And the takeaway that I really want us to have is how boundaries can make consistency possible. And even with kids, because Lord have mercy, the shit I've been dealing with when it comes to kids. So grab your cherry Pepsi, your Lonnie, your coffee, water, and let's dig in to what we got going on this week. Now, just like a quick recap from last week, I did talk about New Year's resolutions, what that looks like, the weird New Year, New Me concept when it's really the majority of New Year's resolutions typically fail because lack of consistency. So I got some feedback. Some people were like, oh my gosh, that makes total sense. Which, duh, when you aren't giving yourself day to day consistency when it comes to your basic needs, when you decide to transform yourself, you have to take it one step at a time. Not everybody understands that or mm, I guess gets that in a way, but I want to thank you guys for feeling aligned too and kind of felt the call out of the very generic this you're right, it does take small action steps that build up, whether it's adding 2 glasses of water to 3 glasses of water a day, something that's achievable that you can give to yourself and promise yourself. You're building trust in those action steps, no matter how small they are. When you build consistency, what you're able to give yourself is key. Now, I know I sound like I'm giving a lot of self help tips. I promise I'm getting into the nitty gritty because this week I am going to talk a little bit about what actions I had to take when it came to parenting. It was rough. It was rough. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Um, so I briefly shared that we got someone new in our home, which was a blessing, but it also came with some challenges. Obviously, no parent that I know of personally wants to just throw their kid out. Typically, if they do, it comes with arguments and other things that aren't aligned with yourself. But when you're a parent, you don't get the option really to just give up or walk away or that's not for me, thanks. And when you do abruptly give up on the relationship between you and your child, no matter the situation, it creates a sense of abandonment in that child. And after you have that sense of abandonment, you consistently look for it to be fulfilled. And whether that is surface level relationships that you can control, whether it is having a hyper awareness of certain patterns of behaviors so you don't form relationships. Isolation is also another sense or form of not wanting to be abandoned. It's another symptom of that. Unfortunately, I see it more often, and even in myself, like we have issues with teenage girls looking for fulfillment, and essentially that's what we had. So, as someone who struggled with that in my high school years, I was only a like serious serious as high school can be, where we're writing Mrs. So and so on our notebook because we have this delusion that we're going to get married. Because in small town culture, really, if you don't have three kids by 21, you're going to die alone. And I went hard in the paint on that. I got three kids and alone. The call is coming from inside the house. Like, what the fuck? So, being with that awareness that I also struggle in the same patterns of behavior, I'm able to identify things and relate a little bit more. Something that I never gave my aunt, that I acted like a total ass to years ago on my birthday and didn't get to go to Don Pancho's for a little bit, is that when there was a recognition in this, like, hey, like you're getting too serious in these relationships at this age, she did try to create a sense of relatability, even though the delivery was so harsh. And so, just, I did not know how to receive it because it just consistently felt like criticism, or it just consistently felt like I was being judged, instead of having this awareness of projection of the guilt I was feeling that she was calling me out. So instead of me just like beating around the bush, I'm very upfront and honest with my kids to a fault. The sense of direct com sometimes can be viewed as confrontational, but the sense of just, hey, I need you to understand that this has nothing to do with you, everything to do with me, taking accountability in the behaviors that I'm exhibiting in my parenting, whether they're poor or proper at an age appropriate level, is something that I take a lot of pride in, because I felt like I was lied to a lot as a kid. So, with that, I've had to create some adaptability and communicate, not necessarily less direct, but a little bit more softer. I have only had masculine energy around, and since I have taken on this new feminine mothering role, it's not new. I've obviously been a mom, but it's hard to be soft when you are a single parent 24/7. It is hard to feel like there is a place for, ooh, wow, that there is a place for softness. And I feel very guilty in that. Having someone new into the home that is a girl has brought that out in me, which I'm so grateful for. It has created this, like, I have to show what healthy communication looks like and healthy boundaries without screaming, yelling, and talking shit. I have to be able to give a compliment without following it up with a criticism. I've learned about the compliment sandwich method of, like, hey, you did great here. We've still got to work on this, but I'm very proud of the progress you've made. Has helped bridge communication and helped me not be so harsh at all. Like, and I am practicing it with all of my kids to create better communication. Also, consistency. That's something that, like, I've been marking to keep up with, as weird as it sounds. Something that worked with me, that was like successful in that, is like managing my time better. With the new kids, it has been a lot. I watch a friend of mine's child. He's super kind, super sweet. He doesn't really add to the chaos much, but having two extra kids on top of my three, it has been like, what the fuck am I doing here? And I feel kind of bad because I'm like, oh my God, guys, I'm sorry. But breaking down my schedule and having time management of we're spending this time doing this and having set rules and expectations. You guys will do this. If you don't, we're not doing this. So, and they see that the action has a direct consequence. Like when I was like protecting that schedule and time, even scheduling 10 minutes for me. And I know that if you have little ones, it can be difficult, but honestly, like there were times I locked the door, I hid in my bathroom, I ate a candy bar. I'm not mad about it. They probably still are. I'm sure they write it in their diary. Fuck my mom for eating that Reese's Hershey's bar by herself. That sounds stupid, right? Obviously, because that doesn't make you a bad mom. So take 10 minutes for yourself a day, eat the candy bar, write it down, and like let that shit go. Please. You need it. You need time for yourself. So protect it. And like honestly, being successful did not come from doing more. It just like came from doing things smarter. I know I talked about adding the new business, Lumina, but I have been doing this anyways. I have been preparing for this business because I knew that it was going to be something that I really wanted to do and create with my girlfriends, which I love. Also, thank you, Jenna, for marking that we are in a relationship on Facebook. It didn't change anything. I don't, my feelings are hurt by the guys that have been sending me all of these messages and requests because it's like, I don't know how to say this without sounding mean, but it's like lowered my self esteem. Like, you guys, what? Like, you guys are interested in me or you think that you're gonna get me? Am I ugly? Is something wrong with me? Like, get out of here. Stay out. So her and I like so funny sent relationship requests to each other and it didn't change anything. They're still shooting their shot. Good for them. Good for them. I I know your mom said that you could be anything, but she didn't mean be anything to me. Absolutely not. Please cut that out. My God. But it's now I can't say that it's been like the easiest in the world. We have had challenges with maintaining the routine. Things have gone wrong. We've had accountability meetings that I didn't expect. We've had schedules that have changed. We've had appointments that have been thrown into the mix, and it's been a lot. But like the accountability can slip easily and when your demands increase, like when you're busy with being a mom and trying to juggle cleaning, your relationship, your friendships, your work, whatever you have on your plate, it is a lot. And a big thing was when I wanted to tell the kids to not finish their like bedtime routine the other night and just let's pop in a movie. But honestly, like if I had done that, I wouldn't have gotten my homework done. I wouldn't have got my self care done. They wouldn't have had everything that they needed for school the next day prepped because I wanted that. And I know that that's like, oh my gosh, like you skipped out on movies, cool. But sometimes we excuse, oh, let's just spend a little bit more time together in order to avoid difficult challenges or difficult conversations because we want to be more laxed. And I was big on that. We would dogpile and just watch TV all the time. And I would neglect major chores because I was busy parenting. I was busy spending time with my kids. And in actuality, I was making excuses to not do things and replacing my responsibilities with, I just want quality time. Therefore, I was stressed and yelling and upset all the time at the state of my house, but I had nobody to blame but myself. And that was on me for not creating boundaries and routine when they were younger. Like, I didn't know, guys. I did not know. But fully committing, like, has helped Ezra with his grades. It has helped Walker with his grades. It has I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of myself too because I was able to get so much work done with my school, with the new company, with order forms, with the bakery. I have been working on stuff for my customs business as far as invitations and event planning because my schedule was more consistent. And now like I'm trusting myself better in micromanaging. I'm trusting myself better in building these new ideas because I have seen the work be successful. It's not overnight. Like, please know that. It's not overnight, but it's great and it's been amazing. Now, before I get into the mantras and tips of the week and let you all go, I do have to say there is this amazing woman named Christine McNamara. McNamara. I'm so sorry, girl. Christine is actually running for Montgomery County mayor in my state, Tennessee. She has shared so much about what the voting process looks like, how you're going to vote, what that entails, how that applies because a lot of people in Montgomery County do not have a good voter turnout because we don't necessarily understand, not we, but there is a lack of understanding of what you're voting for because it is a little bit more difficult. Christine takes the time to explain, like, hey guys, like, here's where this is, here's where this is, and here's clearly what I stand for. She's also a foster mom as well. She's just a badass bitch. Like I would love to start doing like a badass bee of the week because like the fact that she does all of this and wants to serve her community is like my hat is off to you, girl. Like keep it up. So proud of you. If you want to follow her on TikTok, her user handle is Nick Namar, and I'm gonna spell it M as in Mary, C as in cat, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, A, R, the number four, Moco, Mocotn. And a huge highlight is that at one of the meetings recently, she was able to and she has advocated for one of her children is in need of a handicap restroom at the parks. It's something like that simple of having access to using the bathroom for her kids to be able to play at the park and be a part of the community because like disabilities should not limit these kids the way that it has. And especially if adults have the resources and opportunity to make public parks more accessible to handicap, that would help tremendously with these kids feeling like, hey, I can do anything. Like, I can play with other kids. I can enjoy this. Like, what? But we can't even let them go to the bathroom? Oh, okay. Got it. So Christine has shared this frustration and shared how this has impacted her family. And recently, she just got some good news that someone is going to help support that for them. So, like, kudos to her, kudos to the person helping. She does talk about that on her TikTok. So, feel free to go watch those videos, check that out. I will put her handle and her username in our episode notes because that is important to me. This week's mantra. So the Monday mantra. Boo, 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 boo. That wasn't a good. I'll figure that out. Pick one boundary this week that protects your time and energy. No, that's my tip of the week. I'm so goofy. Tip of the week. My Monday mantra is consistency is easier when my boundaries are clear, and that's true. Like, I will not tolerate this. I will not do this. If you do this, my action is this consequence and consequence and accountability. Right, show them. Don't keep don't keep barking, babe. This dog bites every time. Now, like my tip of the week is I misread. Pick one boundary this week that protects your time or energy. I gotta say, like, hey, I I won't let this impact me. I'm gonna remain calm. With that, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Thank you guys for spending time with me this Monday. I appreciate you more than you know. If you haven't already, please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Turn on notifications everywhere you stream your podcast and subscribe to exclusives and benefits. We are on rss.com, and I want to invite you to reflect, where do I need to be stronger to stay consistent? What boundary do I need to be more firm on? And definitely share your response on our socials. And I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you guys. Love you. Have a great week. Bye.